Hi. We have a hand without a cannula. We have another hand without a cannula. We have a port without a cannula. And that means we're going home. We are going home today. We are waiting for discharge papers and some extra paracetamol and ibuprofen to take with us home. That's all we are waiting for now, which, you know, it takes time. Elin's had a nap this afternoon, and I think she is going to cope with the journey home without any major problem, as long as we don't get stuck on the M1. And of course, every minute it takes now is a minute closer to rush hour, so I'm hoping it's really not going to be very long at all. Now, I probably should brush Elin's hair, but my hairbrush has broken. But that could actually be something, not the worst thing in the world to sit and do now, Elin. Shall I try and get through this hair with the broken hairbrush? And we have it very neat and tied back for when you go home. Shall we do that? That means that I'm going to jump up again and then climb back into bed again. Sit up, 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 up. Hi! How is this? Is this nice? Yeah? Is this nice? Hello. Well, you're going to be so pissed off with me in a moment. Yes, you are. You are not going to appreciate this, because there are some knots in your hair. And my hairbrush, this is literally what is left of my hairbrush. I need a new hairbrush. Urgently. Yes, I do. Very urgently. As in possibly even after I've picked your sister up and dropped you off, we go and get a new hairbrush. That's how urgently we need a new hairbrush. Uh-huh. That's right. Oh, well. Elin is continuing to do super well. Yes, you are, aren't you? She has been in a glorious mood today. Just the occasional little, I'm tired and I'm hurting. And everything has gone so well since we came up to the ward yesterday. Just moving from clarity to clarity. It was still, for me, quite a tough night, because Elin has been really, really clingy and wanted to sleep with her nose in my armpit. But I suppose that if you have just had surgery, you're allowed to be like that, aren't you? Yeah. There are some interesting things in her hair, because obviously she's had a lot of things taped to her, and she's been lying down for a long time. So there's knots and there's dust and there's glue. Ah. What a mess! What a mess you are! And now my brush has turned super static as well. This is not going to be easy. Today we have been waiting on a few key things. We have I already recorded today? I feel like I'm repeating myself now. I can't have been. We have been waiting for a bowel movement, but that's not been the most important thing, because the doctor has been here to listen to Elin's tummy and to feel it, and she's saying that it's nice and soft and there's good sounding stomach sounds coming from it. But eventually Elin did open her bowel, so we're now through that hurdle, and we're going to stop the laxatives here apart from her normal everyday stuff. We have wanted to check how she's coping in her wheelchair. We have wanted to see how she copes with full amounts of fluids and food. Yeah, we have needed to take the cannulas out, and that, I think, was the biggest difficulty in all of this, is the fact that there are very few people on this ward who are trained in how to manage a portacath cannula. And it took a bit of chasing for them to find somebody who was trained in order to remove the cannula, because the important thing with a portacath, it's called heparin locking. You need to lock it with heparin to make sure that the port stays healthy and open for the next cannulation. And we've had some issues around that, and I think it might be that even at our local hospital, not everybody is portacath trained, and they think it's just a question of removing it and not doing anything else. And there were a lot of discussions around it today, because obviously the community nursing clinic was more than happy to talk to the staff here and talk them through the procedure, but it's also important that hospital staff are comfortable with what they're doing and that they are following protocol and that everybody's staying safe in the process. So yeah, chasing around the hospital to find anybody who is trained. The second option, which was the one that I suggested, was that we let Elin go home with the cannula in place, because then I can take her to the community nursing clinic tomorrow to have the cannula or the port de-accessed there. The thing that concerned me with that is that where her port is where the straps of her wheelchair go and where the seat belt goes. So if we had done that, I would have wanted to put some padding around it just to make it a little bit more comfortable. And the doctor wasn't super happy with that idea. So then the third option was that we wait. And Elin goes home on transport, but it will take 48 hours to organise transport. And I was unhappy with that for two reasons. One being the 48 hours, which would have meant 2 more nights in hospital with a child who doesn't need to be in hospital. But also that I would then have to send her in ambulance transport with people who don't know her whilst I drive the van home. And I don't really like that idea. No, I don't. You think it sounds really funny, yeah? I don't think it sounds funny. And also, as I said to them, within 48 hours, we will find another solution, right? If we're here for extra 48 hours, somebody will turn up in that time. We can deal with the cannula, right? But yeah, I mean, I do find it bizarre that it's not more commonly known. But then I suppose that portacaths aren't that usual, and they don't deal with them a lot here. But they're seeing them more and more, and. Is this funny? Can you have your head up? Thank you. They're seeing them more and more, and it will probably make sense to have more and more staff on this ward trained in how to use them. But I have come to a decision, which is I want to get port trained. We can get port trained, both Dad and I. That's not a problem at all. The community nursing team would train us. I've already had a chat to them about it, and I sort of said that, as he's looking at the moment, this was before we had this whole thing with the surgery here, but, at that point, it was looking like, we need to access the cannula once every 4 weeks to have it flushed and relocked, and seeing as it's not more than that, we can go into the community nursing clinic and do it. But if Elin's condition changes in a way that she has more port interventions, more regular port interventions, then it would make sense for Dad and me to be trained. But I think, if it's a likelihood that there actually are quite few hospital staff, regardless of where Elin is, who are port trained and who know exactly how to deal with it, it might make sense that Dad and I can do it anyway, because it just simplifies matters like getting discharged. if we don't have to spend several hours chasing for somebody and I can just do it, then that makes matters a lot easier, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm going to ask to get port trained, and I'm going to have a chat to Elin's dad about it. Yeah, so now there is, as I say, we're only waiting on the discharge papers and the discharge medicines. I know that Elin has a follow-up appointment 2 weeks post-surgery, so we already have that appointment in, but I want to find out about wound and dressing care and what to do with the stitches, if there's anything. It might be dissolvable stitches, I don't actually know. But these are things that I want to have a chat to the staff about before we go home. And Dad and I have had a WhatsApp chat about what we're going to do today. And we have agreed that Elin is going to go to Daddy's. I'm going to pick up Alice. I'm going to keep the van actually. So I take Alice home with that. It does mean that Elin is at her dad's without any form of transport. But if something goes wrong, you know, she's eligible to very quick ambulance transport. So he has that option, or he has the option of calling me and I'm coming down. And Alice is missing her mummy. And, you know, I've just had a very intense time period with Elin. So it will be nice to have that change. We have also not had to change any of Alice's plans for the weekend. She's a popular girl. She's got 2 birthday parties to go to this weekend. And I can now take her to those birthday parties. Again, provided that nothing else happens with Elin. But you're not going to do anything else now. You're just going to recover and be good, yeah? Oh, my thighs are shaking the way I'm sitting. As soon as I'm done with this plait, Elin, I'm going to change position. I'm sure it's really funny because you have this sort of thing going on with your back now because of my thighs. Yeah. This is a beautiful plait. It is one of the better ones I've ever done. Despite the broken brush. One thing that I have absolutely loved with being here is how many people have remembered Elin from previous days. Because she's now, it's been a year and a half since she was last in, and it's still been people running into her room to give her a hug and say welcome back, and with big smiles on their faces, or stopping us in the corridor and going, oh hello, are you here? Wow, look at you, you're looking so well. So yeah. I like it. I really, it's wonderful that they're so personable and that they do remember her. You know, especially as it's not one of her regular hospitals. This. Oh, I was in a foul mood this morning. Yet another night of broken sleep. Yet another night of Elin crawling under my skin, and I was like, I need a break from her. Give me 10 minutes. I just need a break from her. And they're like, oh, Mom, you go look after yourself. Yeah. I know. But I'm feeling much better. I've even had a chance to freshen up and put on some clean clothes as well. I mean, admittedly, the clean clothes are leggings and a t-shirt, but that's the mum uniform though, isn't it? At least they're clean. And Elin is half dressed at the moment, just because I don't see any point in getting trousers and everything on her until we're just ready to leave, in case she has another bowel movement that, you know, potentially could go everywhere. We could potentially have a big blowout because she's been on a lot of laxatives over the last few days to get things moving. So I'm just leaving her in t-shirt and pad and under the blanket until we know that we are going. We're getting in the chair for the last time, and we're getting in the car and we're setting off. And we're gonna be blasting music all the way home, singing along and be super happy, aren't we? Yeah, is that what we're gonna do? Is that what we're gonna do? I am impressed with you, Elin. I'm super impressed that you even managed some real food today. Now, Dunas, I want us to put a plan in place. I want us to make a little pact. No hospital for at least 3 months. Can we do that? Can we do no hospital for 3 months? Or longer. I'm okay with longer. It's just been a lot lately, you know. But I think you could do with a break from all of this for a bit. I do. I feel like you deserve a break from all of this for a bit. Because it really has been a lot lately. And it'd be nice to have a lovely spring, an early summer with a healthy Elin. Can we do that? Yes? No? You're gonna have to work with me here, kid. But we might, actually, before I get too tangled up in your hair here, we'll end the vlog here. We'll just say we're on our way home. Elin's gonna go to Daddy's and recover there for a few days. And she's gonna do all good and not need any more interventions. And she's gonna heal well. And she's gonna go back to school. And she's gonna have a good, healthy few months with nothing else going on. Putting on some more weight. Really enjoying these strong, good, healthy legs that can now grow without any problems because there aren't any screws in them. Yeah, is that what we're gonna say? Are we gonna say thank you for watching? Are we gonna say thank you to all of our new subscribers who helped us get over the 6,000 subscriber mark? I'm so happy. Yeah. Yeah. And say that if you haven't already subscribed to our videos, then please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And yeah, just keep coming back for more stuff about Elin and more stuff about general special needs mom life. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.